Dr. Abdoulrahman. Yes, please.
Good afternoon, everyone. In the name of Allah, I am delighted to be here with you today in this important conference. And I would like to thank all of the organizers of this important Congress for hosting this important conference. My name is Mohammad Enab from Egypt. My talk today will be about Princess Ghalia al-Bukmiya, historical analysis of her legacy and political influence in 19th century Saudi Arabia. The idea of my research came from my recent research project on Saudi Arabia. Documentation of some archaeological sites in Turba city in Saudi Arabia. I found many of these sites dated back to Princess Ghalia al-Bukmiya. By research about this woman, I found that she is a very important person in the history of Saudi Arabia. So I deal with another perspective and worked on his history and legacy to know more about her and her influence in Saudi Arabia. Throughout history, Muslim women have been pioneers, scholars, activists, and leaders, reaching every aspect of life with their wisdom, compassion, and resilience. Arabian Muslim women have historically made significant contributions in military, literary, social, and scientific fields. Today, we will explore one of these effective Muslim women. She is Princess Ghalia al-Bukmiya, a formidable person in 19th century Saudi Arabia. We will delve into her life, achievements, and lasting impact on the region, as well as her enduring legacy. Her journey offers us enduring legacy. Her journey offers us valuable insights into a pivotal era in Saudi Arabia history. My goal is to share with you the remarkable story of Princess Ghalia and the ways her influence shaped the course of history. Let's begin our journey by examining her early life and the forces that shaped her into the leader she became. To understand Princess Ghalia's influence, we must examine the socio-political landscape of 19th century Saudi Arabia, marked by tribal dynamics and shifting power structures. The 19th century Saudi Arabia was marked by emergence of the first Saudi states and the dominance of the Wahhabi movement. Tribal alliances and divisions played significant roles, while conflicts with Ottoman and Egyptian forces shaped the region's political landscape. Local leaders like Ghalia al-Bukmiya contributed to the resistance efforts. Who is she? We should know who is she, Ghalia al-Bukmiya. Princess Ghalia belonged to the Arab tribe of Al-Baqum and hailed from Turba city near Al-Ta'if. Near Al-Ta'if in the desert region between Al-Hijaz and Najd. So her exact lineage and birth date are debated. She is believed to have been born in the 12th century's first quarter. The meaning of her name, first Ghalia, it's a famous Arabic term, means someone or something precious and rich. It's a metaphor reflected her social and cultural states in the society. Her father was Abdoulrahman bin Sultan from Al-Rumaysin. from Al-Rumaysin tribe traces back to Al-Badara tribe to Al-Baqum. Her husband called Hamad bin Abdullah bin Muhyi. He is from Bani Sinan tribe of Al-Murka. Her husband was the ruler of the first Saudi state in the city of Turba al-Baqur. He and her father had a significant economic and social states in Turba, so she inherited a large fortune from them, which helped her in her social and political works. About the affecting factors shaping her childhood and personality, first, she rose in a culturally rich environment. She embraced values of knowledge, faith, and bravery. Second, she born and grew up in the city of Turba, which played a key role in her development, rooted in traditional Islamic principles. Turba was a pivotal culture and religious hub, linking the Hijaz and Najd regions. As we can see in this slide, it's indicated a general view of Turba and Ashankel district. It's a famous district in Turba where Ghalia began her childhood and beginning of her political influence. We can see in the second slide the palace where Ghalia born and lived. As we can see, it's a so simple architecture called traditional architecture. It was built by local material buildings. This palace, she born and lived and began her political influence in Turba. First, her social and religious rule. Ghalia, of a noble lineage and great wealth, held a prominent social and religious rule. She was known for her generosity. Her home was a sanctuary for the needy and refuge for those defending their land. She was a strong supporter of the Salafi movement. She provided financial and moral backing to Wahhabi preachers and scholars, bolstering the movement's influence in the Arabian Peninsula. The South traveler Johann worked hard, struck her as an Arab princess with a social status that afforded her freedoms uncommon for women in other societies, including bearing arms and leading armies. She built many architectural buildings. Ghalia made significant contributions to urban development in Turba, adopting the building traditions for her tribe, Al-Badara, and utilizing the wealth she inherited from her father and husband to construct several castles and palaces. Unfortunately, much of her work was destroyed by Muhammad Ali Pasha. Her constructions include Palace of Salafan, for purposes of Al-Bazim, Palace of Zamla, Shankel Castle, and Palace of Ashani. About her political and military role in the history of Saudi Arabia, Ghalia played a crucial political role in establishing the first Saudi state. She took on leadership responsibilities after death of her husband, Mohammad bin Abdullah, by issuing orders to army leaders and her tribe speaking on his behalf. She was a key advocate for the Wahhabi movement against the campaigns of Muhammad Ali Pasha, sent by the Ottoman Caliphate to weaken its influence. We can divide the Ottoman Egyptian campaigns into three stages. The first campaign by Mustafa Pasha in 1813. The second campaign by Tosun Pasha, the son of Muhammad Ali, in 1814, which called the Battle of Turba. The third campaign by Muhammad Ali Pasha in 1814, the battle which called the Battle of Basel. The Ottomans prepared the army of their ruler in Egypt with force, advanced equipment, soldiers, and money to overthrow the first Saudi states. But despite all this equipment, the Saudis tasted the grief of fall and shame in several battles. The Swedish provoked the Ottoman governor Muhammad Ali with their crushing victorious overhead armies. Therefore, he decided to lead the battles himself to see with his own eyes. One of the most powerful epics in the history of the Arabian Peninsula, and in the Battle of Basel, the Swedes proved to him that they were heroes even in their defeat. Thanks to the catalyst of Ghalia al-Buqmiyya. We can see in this slide, Shankel Castle, one of the buildings we work on in a documentary study. Importance of this castle, that's why it's led by Ghalia al-Buqmiyya to fortify and defend the city of Turba against the Ottoman and Egyptian conquests. The fate of Ghalia al-Buqmiyya, Ghalia's fate remains debated. After Muhammad Ali Pasha's victory, she took refuge in Ragd Harit al-Bakhtun before returning to Wadi Qura, where she spent her final years. She passed away around 33 Hijri. Muhammad Ali Pasha was angry by her escape and survival, as he had intended to send her to Istanbul to demonstrate his victory. Upon entering Turba, he demanded the house of Ghalia was become empty. Historians and travelers praised Ghalia for her loyalty and defense of her principles, likening her to Jeanne d'Arc. Burckhardt described her as an Arabian princess with a unique freedoms to carry weapons and rally armies, emphasizing her exponential influence in the Arabian Peninsula. In conclusion, Princess Ghalia al-Buqmiyya historical impact on 19th century Saudi Arabia is evident through her extraordinary leadership, piety, and strategic vision. Princess Ghalia's alliances, military economy, and diplomatic skill successfully resisted her early campaigns by Muhammad Ali Pasha. Her legacy highlights the essential role of women in history and other inspiration to future generations. Finally, Muslim women strength is a quiet force that transforms the world. Thank you for your listening and attention.